Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we're talking about something that I started watching the other day, and that was Overwatch Contenders. So, obviously Overwatch Contenders has been something that's talked about quite frequently within Overwatch League, because it's basically minor leagues for Overwatch. It's the minor leagues for this whole Overwatch League. So basically, it's pretty important. It's a lot of the way that you get to see, some of the new players come out, or players that will be in the league in a couple years, because you can be a little bit younger. Also, you can have the academy teams, which are Contenders teams owned by the Overwatch League teams. So there's obviously a bunch of different areas. You got Australia, China, Europe, Korea, North America, Pacific, and South America. I missed Pacific in the last video when I said that. So basically, the other day I was just looking at Twitch, and I just happened to come across Overwatch League things and Overwatch, and it said, hosting Contenders. I'm like, oh, I'll check it out. So that's sort of just like the thing that happened. So how does this get broke down? Because I'm looking at a thing that says 2019. So is it like 2019 season 1? Because this is still, they're on season 3. Oh, there's 3 seasons a year. Okay. So next year, that will be 2. So, basically, there's a bunch of things like that. But, I was sort of just, randomly just on Twitch, and I clicked on it. The other thing I was thinking, I'm like, I probably should watch this, because I want to know a little bit about what's happening if I'm going to do analysis of this. I want to see how Contenders work. So, basically, Contenders is Overwatch League with different teams. The minor league teams. So, the thing that's interesting is Runaway, which is one of the teams. The Korean team that won Season 2. That whole roster is going to be owned by, or a majority of that roster is going to be part of the Vancouver Titans, which is the new expansion team. So, that's very interesting. That team's going to be good. I'll have a video about that coming up next. But we'll take a look here. So I watched yesterday, I watched the Korean one, because that's what I would watch. I don't remember who I watched play. Well, I know Runaway played in the game I watched it. I watched it the last map. And then I watched Element Mystic and Genji Esports. Genji Esports is the one I wanted to watch, because that's the academy team for Seoul Dynasty, which is my favorite team in the league. So I watched it. It's very interesting. The stream itself was interesting, just because the way it was it was the Korean stream, but instead of having Korean announcers, they had announcers in English, because that's what I watched. But it was very interesting, because everything was Korean on the screen. It was very interesting to watch and just see Overwatch played in a different language. All the characters just speaking Korean, and all the stuff on the screen was in Korean. So it's very interesting to watch from that standpoint, just because Overwatch League, Overwatch World Cup, and when I play, all in English. So they use the English versions of the game for those things, and then obviously playing the game in America, it's in English. So it was very interesting to see the difference in that. So the other thing I liked was on the screen when it popped up, all the stuff, it says maps and what the maps are. It says it all in Korean, and then underneath it says in English. It's very interesting. But either way, what the hell is this? You can watch Thursday Night Football on Twitch. Guess it makes sense. Owned by Amazon. Either way, because there's a game going on. I think it's Contenders Europe. Yeah, there's a Contenders Europe match going on the screen right now. So it's in the ad. Basically, though, I watched Contenders. It was an interesting experience to see different teams, different players. So maybe something I'll check out more. Obviously, I would just want to watch Contenders Korea. So they're on at interesting times. That game was on at 1 in the morning that I watched. Most of the games are on very, very interesting times because they're on in Korea. 4 a.m. Because this website, the nice thing about the Overwatch website for Contenders and for Overwatch League is that it is in the time of where you live, which is an issue with some of the other stuff. It's an issue with, like, well, when they do the Twitch streams, everything's specific time because where the games are. And I think the app is the same way. I may be wrong, but either way, so this is all the right time. So 4 in the morning, 6 in the morning. There's one 11 p.m. That's a little bit more normal. West Coast basketball games will be on around that same time. Just the games at 1 in the morning. That's the thing. So it's around those times. So I don't know how many games I'll necessarily watch. But, yeah, so it's very interesting. Overwatch Contenders. It'll definitely be something that I will want to keep an eye on a little bit more. We're not going to do Overwatch Contenders videos on the channel. I just wanted to make one video talking about, hey, I checked it out, and it was interesting. I think I don't really watch minor leagues for sports of any of the sports that I like. So the chance that I'll probably just sit down and just watch a bunch of Contenders matches is very unlikely. But Contenders is very interesting to just take a look at, see sort of what goes on with that. Oh, they had... So Overwatch Contenders, they had 2 regions to start, apparently. Now they have 7. We've even seen Torbjorn. Contenders North America split into 2 regions. North America West and North America East. Interesting. The number of teams in each region will be 12 to 8. Wow. Any Overwatch Academy team not participating in Contenders will be offered a spot. So basically, you get a spot in Season 1 of 2019. Top performing teams from 2018 Season 3 will be put into Season 1 of 2019. That's interesting. You can also have in Contenders Season 3. Apparently there's a region lock on, like, you can play in different regions to make it as competitive as possible. So it's not, like, entirely, like, if you're from this country, you gotta play in this country. But Contenders teams, it's to develop local talent in everywhere. So you can't just, like, say European team can't just bring in a bunch of Korean players to win. It's to develop the talent within their areas. So that's the thing. I think that's a good idea. I really like that idea. It is to develop talent within the area. So I think that's a very good idea. If you are from Europe, you have to play in Europe. If you're from China, you play in China. You're from Korea, you play in Korea. You're from Pacific region, you play in Pacific region. Australia, you play there. The thing that gets interesting is North America East and North America West. Because it's the same country, but it's like, are they just like dividing down the middle? You're from this area, you're from this area? That's interesting. But I don't think that one doesn't really matter as much because it's the same area, just divided up. So I don't think it's like, you're from this state, you're from California, you're from Florida, you have to play in those sides. Like, I don't think that matters. But and then South America. But I think that's a very interesting idea to make sure that you do have a development. So it says Contenders teams have a maximum of 3 resident players. Non-resident players on the roster. So you can, in Europe, have 3 Korean players on your roster, but you can't have your whole roster be Korean players. Or in North America, you can't have your whole roster be European players. I think that's a very interesting idea. So, with that, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed me talking about Contenders. It's a little bit different, but we'll see if there's ever again another Contenders video. But Contenders has been very interesting to watch 2 games of. And I'm very interested to see where things sort of, go with the Contenders things and see what happens. So, thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you guys in the next one.